All right, everybody, I'm here. I'm early, but I'm trying to get on a little bit early so that when you get on at 7, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to get all my picture and everything, my description and everything put in ahead of time so that I am ready to go when 7 o'clock rolls around. And it looks like I might even be needing like 0 time today to do this. It's coming together really fast. But that's okay. It's okay if it's fast. Look, it's my Christmas card night, guys. It's 25th. I got my, can you see my antlers are lit up? I can't tell. Oh, yep, there on. Must be all my lights are not showing them up very good, but I don't want to blink them. I don't want to make anybody sick. Hey, I'm going to post this on my playlist. Did you guys know I have playlists on my YouTube channel? I do. I got my paper pumpkin alternates under one. I got no frills. My Christmas cards are under one. Tips and techniques when I do my Finally Fridays, I try and put some of them into these groups or playlists. So if you are a YouTuber and know about all that stuff, it might be easier to find stuff on my channel, knowing that I do have some playlists. And if you got any suggestions, just let me know. I can make some different playlists. And I believe we're good there. There we go. We are back to the video. Oh, Mom's on. Yeah, aren't they cute? They even jingle. Not sure if you can hear me. I got the volume all the way up on my iPad, but I might have to speak louder because you might not be able to hear me all that good. I'm going to go back. Let's leave this here. Go back over here. All right, you guys, that was pretty darn smooth. So I'm going to get started. Even though I'm a few minutes early, I'll just go through my housekeeping. If you're watching the replay, you can zoom forward a little bit. I'm Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. Tonight is my normal weekly live, but it's the 25th of the month, which is also the night that I do a Christmas card live. So you get a Christmas card once a month all year long. And they both fall on the same day this month. So I'm doing a Christmas card for my video tonight. I'm going to use the Joyful Flurry stamp set. Let's see if I can get my computer out of the way. I'm going to use the Joyful Flurry stamp set and dies and just some other random stuff. I'm going to try and show you a technique that I found when I was scouring the internet a couple weeks ago for some Finally Friday ideas, and I'm going to give it a try. And I did it on my sample card, but I'm not exactly sure if it's worth the effort for it or not. But we'll see when we get there. You guys tell me what you think. Housekeeping, it's still celebration time. $50 purchase gets you a free item. $100 purchase gets you either 2 free items or 1 larger item. That is going through February. And so that's anybody who's watching that's old school, maybe coming back into Stampin' Up. It is only runs through January and February now. It used to run through March. So it's 2 months. We've got some great selections. I don't know if they're going to have more out in February. I'm not at the Silver Elite level anymore to get the information on the leader meeting that they have. So I'm not exactly sure if they'll be having more or not. I did see on my calendar today, though, that demonstrators will be getting a pre-purchase of an online exclusive. So as I've stated in the past, they're changing things up. The catalogs are running at different times now. Celebration's a month shorter. Catalogs are running at a little bit of a different shift of time, and they're going to have like these online exclusives and different promotions throughout the year now, in a little bit more of a scheduled manner, so that demonstrators know what's coming and they can plan their year as well. And so there'll be online exclusives for those people that don't have a demonstrator that they keep in contact with, and maybe just are in touch with Stampin' Up and what they do. So you can get those directly off of the online, or like I said, there'll be some that are going to be, you can still get them online, but they'll be kind of through your demonstrator. I believe. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work till we have one. So look for an online exclusive coming soon. Join special. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got my little blue machine. Demonstrators could get one ahead of time. And I used some free dollars that I had from my upline, and I bought it because she wasn't going to get one. So I got this with her, with the dollars from her. It is so cute, so tiny. And it is in one of our new colors, boho blue. And we'll be using that tonight. I'm going to keep this for my video usage. I have another one, my white one, that I put into my travel, girls weekend travel bag. So I will keep this one over here for video use. Join special, $175, you guys. $175 worth of products for $99 plus your tax, free shipping on that. And I can go on and on for 2 hours to tell you why you should do that, but you don't want to hear me go on that long. I'm just telling you, if you are a stamper, this is perfect idea for you to join to get $175 worth of products. You can add on that blue machine or a white machine for $30 extra. Hello, it's normally $63 or $65, I think, in the catalog. All for, then that would be $129. It's again, I could just stutter because I don't know what all to tell you other than, if you're a stamper, this should be a no-brainer. If you don't ever want to buy another thing, don't. Just get your $175 worth of products. And that's what they call kidnapping. Get your kit and be on with it. It's just an awesome way to get updated on your inks, especially if you're back into stamping or new to stamping. Get your inks, get your papers, get your tools, blocks, that kind of thing with your $175. So with that, I'm going to quit rambling and show you. Is it 7 o'clock? Oh, it's 7:02. So I'm going to show you the card. Let me turn my camera down. Show you my card. Here's the card that we're going to make. I've zoomed in a little bit. Oh, look, my little cute little gloss, glittery fingernails go with my card. I kept them on, you guys, because we got some snow today. So I kept on my, are they focused in there? Is it focusing on my nails? Let me take that out. I got snowflakes on them. Can't really see them. Too much glitter, but I got snowflakes on. And they're about ready to come off. But I left them on for one more day, and next I'm going to put on my something Valentine-y. But this is the card we're going to make. And I'm going to try a little bit of a technique that I picked up online the other day. And I don't even know if it's a white overlay technique. It's not a whitewash technique, but kind of a white overlay technique. And it will just tone down your colors. And now the tutorial that I saw online, they used a whole bunch of bright colors and then toned it down. I'm just using a couple different shades of blue. But this is the card we're going to make, and it is using the Joyful Flurry stamp set that was in the mini catalog that just retired. And it it did retire with the catalog. This is not being held over, but have no fears. I know that any stamper anywhere has a snowflake in their stamp collection. Guaranteed. I would probably bet my whole stamp room on it that you've got snowflakes in your collection. So if you don't have this particular snowflake, no worries. So that's the one I'm going to use. And I'm also using the die set from it, which is over here. And it has some snowflakes. It has the label that I got here, and it has this fun snowflake here that there's a couple different versions of it, and it doesn't cut it out. It just cuts parts of it out. So it makes it like 3D. So I went and did that. So let me get my stuff over here, get started to show you what we're going to do on our Christmas card night. Oh, where's my paper? I brought it all, guys. Oh, here it is. Okay. So we've got Night of Navy that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, or just fold it in half. Burnish your fold real good. I have a layer that is 5 1/4 by 4. And look at that. I even scored that with the paper trimmer. I'm going to put that layer down there. That's 5 1/4 by 4. And why, of all things, do I on my desktop? Is that not just the weirdest thing? Well, we're going to go ahead with green glue and hope that we got enough in this bottle. Of all the things, I bet my cat took it. Because why else would it be missing? I sure as the heck didn't take it off of here. Couldn't have been me. Oh, my antlers keep getting caught on everything. I might have to take them off. So I'm going to put that down. This is 5 1/4 by 4. I have another 5 1/4 by 4 that we'll put on the inside when we're there. Then I have a 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of the basic white that I'm going to stamp the snowflakes on with Versamark. And get my block out. I'm going to use 3 different sizes of the snowflakes. I'll start with the big one. And now you're going to notice our only issue with this Versamark is we're not going to be able to see it on here. I might be able to see it a little better with all the lights I got going on, but I'm thinking not. So we're just going to randomly put some down. I'll show you how we're going to assure ourselves that we're okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do one more over here. And then I'm going to pull in my, I got the new tray in the same, at the same time I got the embossing folders, or not the embossing folder, the boho blue machine. I got this tray too to try it out, as long as it was free. And I kind of like it. So I'm going to put some powder on there. Forgot to use the embossing buddy that came with it. But I'm just going to put the powder on. And then that will help us see where we have space to put our other snowflakes. So I'm going to put one down here where it didn't really take the first time I stamped it. And then I'm going to get my smaller one, tiny one out of the set. And I'm going to just randomly stamp that around on here in the open spaces that we got. I'm going to call that good. We don't need to go too crazy with the snowflakes. And then I will put the powder back on it again. Hopefully I don't have too many spots where it's sticking. Oop, I did push I got the edge of the rubber on that one. I'm just going to use the little paintbrush in here and get them off. Okay, this reindeer hat's got to go, guys. I keep banging into everything with it. So I'm going to take that off, put it down there so I can lean in. I can't lean in with the little hat on. So I'll show you now because this is going to be done. We'll take the lid off, or take our tip off, and then you can get it to come out the little hole back into your container. Looks like I could have used the embossing buddy inside my tray. I got so much static going on this week. Picked it up over the weekend and everything I brought out is full of static. All right, so now I'm going to put that aside. There's my little embossing buddy that I took out of there that I should have wiped on that piece of paper first. So I've got my paper all filled with my embossing powder. Got my heat tool. We're going to turn that on. And we're just going to heat that up until it all melts and gets like glossy. Then you know it's melted. You do the whole thing. And this this tray came with these tweezers, and I really like them. I usually use a what do you call it, a clothespin for my finger saver, but these tweezers are very tweezy, very tight. They hold it together very nicely. All right, so we've got our embossing powder heated up. And now I'm going to take my blending brushes. Did you guys see in the mini catalog the new mini blending brushes? Thought that those were kind of neat. I ordered a set just to give them a shot, and I really like them. Even though I brought over my big one, I do like the tiny ones. They help you get into the smaller areas better. And I'm using Starry Sky and then Night of Navy. And I'm not exactly sure like why I'm using both. I think because when I put this one on, it didn't get very dark and I wanted it darker. But I didn't want it all Night of Navy dark. So I'm just starting off the page a little bit and blending on. It's not going to matter a whole heck of a lot, really, how much coverage you get. If you get a little darker, that's fine. You kind of, in my head, I want it a little darker in some areas. Well, not like that. What I just touched that with might work. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy because this is going to take me a long time to get that darker. So I'm going to bring my Night of Navy in. I'm just going to darken that up some more. I don't necessarily want the whole thing super dark. Give it a little variation of color, maybe. Yeah, we'll call that good. I don't know. Like I say, the technique that I saw, they had dark colors that they wanted to tone down. So maybe I should try and get this pretty dark to show you guys what I'm trying to accomplish with the white. So let's just keep going. Let me get some more color. Try and darken this up. Ooh, that looks pretty. I don't know if you could tell how pretty that is in real life, but wow, I like that. All right. I did forget my cloth. So I can get that a little dark. All right, I got that pretty dark. I like that. Close that up. And let me find my cloth. 2 seconds. I knew I was going to forget something, and I forgot just my little cloth. So when you emboss, heat emboss like this, you want to get yourself a Kleenex, some type of paper towel or something that you can come through and rub where you have embossed. And that's going to pick up the ink from the, like my snowflakes. You see they're a little more blue. And then when I rub on them, they turn whiter. And I used clear embossing powder. So these are turning white because the paper underneath was white. So those I got the. So there. So now when you do that with embossing and then ink over it, be sure to wipe it up like that, and it will pick up the color. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my white ink pad out, and I switch to a different blender brush. And I'm picking up my white, and it might need to be inked up some more, but I'm picking up the white, and I'm just going to come in and go over the top. Whoa. I'm just going to go over the top of the blue. And you see how it's like toning that down? It's milky, turning that kind of milky color. My white needs to be inked back up. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I apologize for that. I guess because that's me. My white needs to have a little more ink in it. It's a struggle to get that out of there. So my only thought is you might let this sit for just a smidge to dry. Otherwise, you know, you might end up wiping all of the white back off if we've gotten so much like blue on there that we can't saturate through the paper. So I'm just going to dry this with my heat tool for a second. See if I could get that white to dry up. Just a little. Then we're going to take our cloth again, and we're going to wipe our snowflakes. And I can see that part of my white is wiping off, so it's probably not dry enough yet. So you may give it a little bit of minutes to soak in, do its thing. I'm just going to wipe them off again to pull that white ink off the snowflake. And then now a little trick that you can do when you've done this kind of technique is to heat it yet again and heat over your embossing powder so it remelts it, and it will make it shiny again. If it gets kind of dull, I'm going to turn away so I can. If it gets kind of loses its shine, heating it up again will. Ooh, I'm catching it on fire, guys. How about that? Holy cow. It was smoking. I better stop. And so it will shine it back up again because we've melted the powder back down. And so then that's what we're going to use for our base on the white. And let's see, I've got a couple spots that I'm going to try and cover up. So I'm going to glue that on. Put that on over here. I haven't used my mini yet, Christy. I'll use it in a second, but I'm hoping it works better than yours. I'm glad that you got help with that, though. If you call Stampin' Up, if you ever have any issues with your products, call the demo support at, I don't know the number off my head, other than 1-800-STAMP-UP. And the demonstrator support people are awesome, and they will help you resolve your issues. So you can give me a shout, email me, call me, whatever you want to do. I can try and help, or you can call Stampin' Up first and go right to the source for your help. And oh, Mom got one too. I forgot. Mom signed up. She got the blue machine too. So now I'm going to pull in I've got a 2 1/8 inch piece by, or no, it's not 2 1/8. This is 2 1/2, and this is 2 and 2 1/2. It's a little bit, one tick over that. So 5/8. I think that's what it is. And I'm just going to layer those two together. But first, we're going to use the die. And I'm going to use the snowflake here with the stitched and the. Put this in view. Let's get our plates out. So we need a base plate, 2 clear plates. Look at how nice those are when they're not used. You can see right through them. That'll last for about a half a second here. Now the small machine here is great for travel. It's holds a 3 1/2 inch from here to here. Where'd my ruler go? 3 1/2 inches. So they have embossing folders and dies and stuff that they will specifically let us know that they are for, work on the mini machine. They work on the big one as well. It's just that the big one it's bulkier, and but the big stuff doesn't work on this one, obviously. Oh, it goes through like butter, Christy. And there we go. We have a snowflake embedded in our clear plate. But you can't let that get to you. They're all gonna get yucked up eventually. Put that back down underneath. Die back over here. And there we have our cutout. And so I'm going to kind of put these little pieces, I'm gonna kind of fold them up a little bit. Like so. Yes, this is very pronounced and they won't stay like that. But once we get it going, they'll fall down. I'm gonna stick that on our piece of paper. I just want that little tiny 1/8 inch border around there. We'll call that good. And I'm going to glue that onto the front. So you guys hopefully can see how that white lightened up on the front there. Lightened up our blue from being quite so dark. It just gave it a creamier kind of look. This is just basic paper. I'm going to show you another one that I tried. I tried the Starry Night on glossy that I had, thinking that that would work, but I couldn't get the white to dry. And so when I wiped the snowflakes off, the white came off with it. So either I didn't give it long enough to dry, or it's just not gonna dry because the white is a craft ink, so it might not dry. But either way, I tried it on the glossy and it didn't want to work. Maybe I'll go back over it, the little bit of white, and whoops, that's the blue. The little bit of white, and see. Just gonna do this real quick, one little spot, and see if I can get it to. Just gonna leave it on there and see if I can get it to dry. I'll leave it for a while. I'm just going to set that aside and see what happens when I go to wipe it off. It should, like I say, it should turn it a little, tone down the brightness is what that is doing. Then I have some more white. And I'm going to use my Ringed with Nature stamp set. Being invaded by my, whatever this was called, glittered acetate. I put dimensionals on the back of that and then didn't use it, and now it's sticking to everything that comes in contact with. And where's my Merry Christmas? Over here. Oh, it's on the block, Jill. Duh. Right here. I brought the block over with it already on there. So I'm going to use Night of Navy. I'm not bring my blocks over because I got a whole stash of blocks right here at my station. So I don't know why I brought this one, but we're going to put Merry Christmas. And then I got to cut it out. So we've got the small machine again, and because it's only 3.5 inches wide, I need to whack off this paper so that I can run the die, label die through there. This way so I can get to the handle. Just going to try and center this die on there. That. Put our plates on and give the wheel. Uh-oh. Put that back down. And there we have our Merry Christmas. Stick it kind of under. And I could go in a little further if I just went under these two and left this guy out. And I've got some of the polka dot ribbon. I'm going to cut a piece off. Now this is another one of the ribbons that you can dye. These little fuzzy dots on there. If you run them through your ink pad, they will pick up the color. You could soak it as well in your re-inker, and it will dye your dots for you. I'll cross those over a little bit. Kathy, I hope you had a wonderful day today. It's Kathy's birthday. She's a whole 29 and a half today. Now I need some dimensionals here. My giant Dollar Tree adhesive. I don't even know what they're called. They're over by the command strip kind of stuff and the super glue. They're not in the craft area. I don't like how that ribbon is folded. Got folded on the spool, it appears. Tuck that in there just a little because I don't want it, the tip of it to stick off the end of the card. There we go. So I just added the ribbon. You can barely see that it's there, so you could leave that off. If this was your card, you could leave that off. You might even want to put a little jewel in the middle. I picked these, must be from a paper pumpkin kit. I got all these little tiny ones, so I'm thinking they're leftovers, but I thought that they were pretty. And, you know, I'm trying to use up stuff, so I'm using them on this card. Whatever they were from, they're going on here. And then for the inside, again, I've got my 5 1/4 by 4 piece. I'm going to put right there. And I'm going to stamp one of the snowflakes on it. I don't know what oh, Lord, I cleaned up. What was that all about? Put it out of the way. So I'm going to use the big one in my, I'm going to stick with Night and Navy. Even though I use the Starry Sky, it will probably be too light colored. Come off my foamy mat, put a snowflake down, get my other snowflake, and just stamp a few around the rest of the corner. And what else is in here? I thought maybe it would have a "to you and yours" or something I could put on the inside, but I don't see one. So we're just keeping with Merry Christmas on the outside. Oh, look, where'd this come from? This whole time, has this been sitting right here? Thank God it was off camera. You guys, I'm losing my mind. Somebody's haunting me. It was right here next to me and I didn't even see it. So I used my green glue. I shouldn't tell you guys those crazy secrets, should I? Someone will lock me up. Call the doctor on me. All right, so I'm going to put that down on the inside. Don't forget your Jill Blanchette, your Jill Hancock for the back of your card, because everybody wants to know who made it. You should want everybody to know who made it. And there we go. That is our Christmas card for this month. Let's see if I can get back to my, I bought this stupid little cheap mouse for my computer and it's a stupid little cheap mouse. It's like a $5 mouse off from Amazon, and I keep losing the connection from it and stuff every single time I use it. But that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. Oh, let me get my antlers back on. I appreciate you watching my Christmas card weekly live this week, and I'll be back again next week. Until then, Kathy, you have a great birthday. If Teresa's on, Teresa, you have a great birthday in a couple days. And I will see some of you on Sunday for the Seaside Bay Stamp of the Month class. Bye, guys.